Hello guys, welcome to our channel MetaWorlds. My name is Kunal More. This is my first video. So today we are gonna talk about bioterrorism and biological warfare. It is an important SQ that comes in your university MBBS exam. So have you ever thought about using biological agents to terrorize a nation? No, it's not science fiction. It's true, guys. Nowadays many things happen just like in COVID era. So by definition, bioterrorism means to deliberately use agents like viruses, bacteria, and fungi to kill people, animal, or plants. What is an ideal biological agent? So it should have high morbidity and mortality potential. Person to person transmission should be there. It should be contagious. The infective dose should be low, and aerosol spread should be there. Lack of rapid diagnostic facilities and vaccines should be there over the world. It should have terrorizing potential, because we are using it as a weapon, of course. Next, so there is a classification given in your book of bioweapons. It comes in category A. These agents have highest priority pathogens with which pose greatest risk to the national security. These agents can be easily disseminated or transmitted from person to person. Examples are anthrax, as you might know the example in World War One. Then botulism, plague, smallpox, tularemia, etc. Category B, these are second highest priority pathogens. These are moderately easy to disseminate, require specifically enhanced diagnostic capacity. Examples are Q fever, psittacosis, typhus fever, viral encephalitis, food threats like Salmonella shigella, water threats Vibrio cholerae, Cryptosporidium. Then category C comes the third highest priority pathogens. They are emerging pathogens. These agents could be engineered for mass dissemination in future because of availability of ease of production and ease of dissemination. Examples are Nipah virus, hantavirus, SARS, MERS, coronavirus, pandemic influenza virus, then MDR-TB, as you know. So next comes development of biological weapons. So due to advancement in genetic engineering, we can now genetically modify the organisms to increase their virulence. Reconstruction of pathogenic viruses can be done. The example like the coronavirus, it was rumored that it was made by China. It may be an example of bioterrorism. It's controversial, but let it be. So going further, we can introduce drug resistance to bacteria. That's another way. Altering human microbiome to decrease immunity. So let's move on to examples. There is an interesting example of bioterrorism attacks by a Spanish explorer Hernan Cortes. So, when Hernan Cortes landed on the shores of Mexico, he brought along with himself a small Spanish army and a group of slaves. One of the slaves had contracted a smallpox from somewhere. So from this slave, the smallpox was contracted by a Spanish soldier, and from that dead Spanish soldier, one of the Aztec soldier contracted this disease, and he the entire Aztec Empire fell to a mere handful of Spanish conquerors. The other examples are in 6th century BC, Assyrians used Claviceps purpura, a fungus. In 14th century, the plague bacilli was used. In World War I, as I told, anthrax was used by German soldiers. In World War II, Japanese forces used anthrax and plague. In 2001 USA, anthrax spores were mailed to the government by terrorist groups. Next comes the prevention and preparedness. The NIH and CDC, these are American organization which research on bioterrorism threats, developing effective drugs and vaccines, rapid diagnostic tools for early detection, biosafety labs, and emergency response networks. Now let's see the global efforts against bioterrorism. WHO and international agencies monitor the threats. Countries invest in biodefense research. India is developing a bioterrorism preparedness network. So, at last, you must have known that bioterrorism is a serious global threat. Advanced technology can be misused for warfare. International collaboration is crucial for prevention and response. End of the video. I think this is enough. It will fetch you at least 5 marks in the SAQ. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.